YouTube, Atlanta world, it's puzzled, and I wanted to talk to you today real quick about something that's very important to me, and that is depression. I have dealt with it in many forms over the years, and being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis September 2015, it is just 2016 now. So for a couple months, almost daily, I was in tears. I could not speak about my life without breaking down. And to ask how you doing was just not a real good idea as far as what would come out of me. So I began to take notice to things that I had noticed years ago when I made different changes at various stages in my life. And one thing that I would like to talk to you about is, what are you eating? If you are dealing with depression and you have a situation like a disease, if you've newly diagnosed or you've had multiple sclerosis for a while, whatever the case may be, what are you eating? I'm not going to here to promote any kind of diet or anything like that. I want to talk to you about sugar, because sugar is my arch nemesis, my albatross, my enemy. You know, I have a problem with it. I'm addicted to food. So I'm a big person now, but I used to be huge. Can you imagine? Huge. I used to be huge, not just big. So got a problem with food, consume it, eat it, love it. Ice cream is the devil to me. Have had situations where I bought a half gallon, it was gone maybe 48 hours. Maybe it made it that long. So I was eating food way too much of the wrong stuff, wrong times, not moving, just doing all things bad. So when I changed my diet years and years ago, I noticed that my mood changed. Recently, with this multiple sclerosis diagnosis, I made a conscious decision to stop eating sugar, at least minimize it. I cook with it, I put it in my tomato sauces, I season my vegetables, my greens, my cabbage, just so that the food tastes good and is palatable to my kid, okay? But I don't go overboard like I used to. I made a conscious decision. I started feeling better. Then there was an incident. Sugar got consumed. All different kinds of forms. Cookies, donut, ice cream. It was sugar everywhere. And within 24 hours, I again began to feel like crap. Okay? So to have positive changes occur as a result of not eating sugar, I can tell you without a doubt what sugar did to me when I consumed it again. Ankles swollen, feet swelling, joints, fingers, wrists, pain. And I got a nasty, it wasn't horrible, but I noticed frequent urination. I have MS, let it go. Just let it slide. Frequent urination, okay? And to me, that could have almost equated to a urinary tract infection, because being pregnant, I began to recognize the symptoms of it because they kept occurring during my pregnancy. And they wanted to keep giving me antibiotics, and I wasn't going to do that to myself. So when I began to acknowledge what the symptoms were, I can tell now when it looks as though I have a urinary tract infection. My UTIs do not come with pain, burning, none of that. It comes with me not being able to make it to the toilet. I have to pee, and it's urgency. That's what my UTIs, how they reveal themselves in me. Everybody's different. But it came on because of the sugar. I Googled it. I know what I felt like. Google agrees with me. You know, so I did my research. All right. I challenge you to take into consideration what you are eating with your mood. Are you eating out a lot? There's a lot of chemicals in fast food. Takeout. Are you consuming an excessive amount of sugar? You know, be honest with yourself. I'm not judging you. I'm big. And I used to be huge. Just huge. Huge. You know, beyond big. I was huge. Okay? So I'm not being a hypocrite with anything that I say. I'm just trying to tell you some stuff that may help you, because it's helping me. And I can articulate the difference between being sugar-free and having a binge. I'm still recuperating from that binge. I am using turmeric to address that binge. Not fair to the turmeric because it's working overtime. but I now know what I can do to help me in light of being uninsured. So I have multiple sclerosis. I have no insurance, and I have to look for natural remedies for my health. Okay, but that was true before I even got sick, so I wasn't necessarily a big fan of the doctors. But being uninsured means that I can't go somewhere for somebody to take out a prescription pad and give me something to address my ills. Okay? Good, bad, or indifferent, that's what it means. If you agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't, you don't. I don't have anybody that'll cut open, voluntarily. I probably have to go through some paperwork in the process. That's fine by me. All right? With the exception of this pesky little autoimmune disease that's affected my nerves, I'm okay. All right? So I challenge you to take into account how much sugar you're eating. Break it down. Decrease it. Whatever you got to do. Switch to honey. I'm not saying go to the artificial stuff. The artificial sweeteners are cancerous. Okay? Your body can't process that drunk. What is this? It gets confused. If you can't do sugar, try to do honey. If you don't want to do honey, go all natural. Do you. Do whatever you can do. Whatever you want to do. Is your body, is your life. You are your own advocate. You are your protagonist, and you are your antagonist. Okay? Every decision that you make is yours. I would put a sign on my refrigerator that says sugar is killing you. I had one up. I got to put a new one up. Because it's true. I feel it. Share your experiences, your stories, your comments below. Subscribe, like, and share. Okay? But you tell me how sugar is affecting you physically and emotionally. Because it's doing something to both of those aspects of you being a human being. All right? Be blessed. I wanted to get this in real quick. I didn't want to lose anyone because I get long-winded and off topic. So I decided to make this real quick. My message, cut back on sugar. What are you eating is the question. If you can answer that, you might find some things that are affecting you physically and emotionally. All right? Be blessed. Good luck. Make it happen.